Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and let's see what happened after I solved that puzzle in the Sevii Canyon. Or the Tanobi Ruins, rather. Let's see what happens by solving that, what we opened up, and stuff. But first we have more trainers, including this guy with a Sand Slash. Sand Slash is really not all that special anymore. I mean, it would have been, but we've seen quite a bit now. And plus, you can use a whole bunch of different Pokemon. Like, you have all of Johto at your disposal as well. You could use some of those Pokemon. But we're going to go ahead and read that Lickitung's mind and immediately be assaulted by all of its dirty thoughts. But we are also going to get 100% accuracy on our high jump kick there. So, very helpful combo, but we're not going to go for the mind reader that time because we are completely confident, and we do hit it and beat down that Ursaring, so yay for that. I think that's actually the only time I use Mind Reader, but Hitmonlee doesn't have very many other moves that he can learn. Okay, oh hey, this guy's talking about Bruno and Brawly, who we've never heard of this Brawly character before. Maybe we'll see him in another Game Boy Advanced Pokemon game, perhaps. But still, it's just kind of interesting that they give a little bit of a backstory on the different... Well, really, that's the only other backstory that we find on the Elite Four members, unless some of the other NPCs could possibly talk about Agatha and Lance, and I just never talked to them because I really don't talk to NPCs. I thought that guy was a trainer, actually, or a move tutor. But, still, it's kind of neat how they talk about the Elite Four. I wish they did more of it. I wish we could meet up with the other Elite Four members in the Sevii Islands, but no, like I said earlier, what's her name? I am forgetting her name. The ice trainer of the Elite Four. Lorelei, there we go. Yeah, she's the only one that we meet. We actually see and help out in the Sevii Islands. So, oh well. And there we got a Chansey, but Chansey does not take physical attacks very well, so that Earthquake was enough to take it out easily. Okay, continuing downwards, we have a fighter, Crush Girl down there. Her conditioning's in top form, but is her Pokemon's conditioning in top form as well? Well, we have a Primate, and we can Earthquake that, and I don't think monkeys like Earthquakes very much. Oh, well, he was kind of okay with it, but we're just going to cut him, and he will faint. And now we Hitmontop. That's an interesting Pokemon. Okay, so basically, the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Hitmontop all have a baby form called Tyrogue, which is basically the link between all three. If the Tyrogue has more attack than defense, it will become a Hitmonlee. If it's more defense than attack, it'll become a Hitmonchan. And if defense and attack are equal, it will evolve into Hitmontop. And Hitmontop was introduced along with Tyrogue to be the kind of the third Pokemon in that link, I guess. I don't know, kind of interesting. Hitmontop is used quite a bit for auxiliary type stuff and Rapid Spin, but you don't really have to worry about stuff like, well, Stealth Rocks weren't invented yet, and you don't really have to worry about spikes either. None of the trainers really ever use it, so oh well. I kind of wish that there would be a Pokemon game where they would have the trainers battle like people would competitively, with like constant switching and predictions and stuff, rather than just sending out a Pokemon, letting it die, sending out a Pokemon, letting it die, and so on and so forth. Now this trainer I kind of like, because he has a lot of different Pokemon. Like, he has a full team set up practically, like, as though someone were playing the game. Although he does have some repeat types that are at least different. Like, I'm pretty sure that this guy has like 2 rock types or something like that. I really can't remember. But otherwise, it's still kind of neat, and I like it. I like this trainer. Also, earlier, if you saw that, we got a King's Rock, which, hey, he stole my Slowbro. But the King's Rock will increase the critical hit chance of certain moves. There is a list. There are quite a few lists out there. You could probably find one if you really need to. Or you could also have it be held by a Poliwhirl or a Slowpoke and trade them to get a Politoed or a Slowking, respectively. Yeah, see, this guy has 2 rock types. I think he's sending out his... Oh no, that's a fighting type. Never mind. Wasn't really paying attention. Although I'm pretty sure he had 2 normal types, actually. Again, I wasn't really paying attention. I kind of, like, blanked out on what was going on from the screen as I was trying to remember what evolved into what for King's Rock and trying to say what it was clearly. Okay, so this guy has a random item on his table, so we should go ahead and take that. The Lucky Punch is a very weird item. It's for Chansey specifically, and I think it raises its attack or something like that. Which, bad, because Chansey doesn't have attack anyways. Like, it's just special defense and HP, and that's it. But if we talk to that guy, we will get healed up by doing the Chansey dance. And why the Chansey isn't partaking in its own dance as well, I do not know. But, oh well. We are now fully healed up. All 6 are back. We have a Persian over here, which means Dugtrio can Earthquake. Oh man, this island is just getting so many earthquakes because of me. Like, especially with all the water around, that's probably not a good thing, but I need to win. So, Earthquake, Earthquake, Earthquake. Seriously, the citizens of this island must be terrorized. Or, like, just extremely scared because of how many earthquakes are going down here. Got a Dugong. Man, these guys are taking my team. This trainer also, I really like her because she has a whole bunch of different types. Like, she has a water type, a fire type, a normal type, other types as well that I really can't remember. But, oh well. It's just allowing me to use a lot of my team in a single battle and actually forcing me to switch rather than have Slowbro stay out the entire time and sweep an entire rock type team. Here we have a psychic type, or basically what's acting as their psychic type, although it is also part normal. Trainers around here seem to really like Girafarig, and I really don't see why, to be quite honest. I mean, it does have that ghost resistance because of its normal typing, and it also lacks the fighting weakness that a normal type would have as well. But still, I mean, it isn't that great otherwise, and she does have 2 fire types, but still, just the fact that she has different types in general is very nice. But there we go, she is down, and we can continue on. Alright, so we have just a little bit more grass to go, and now we- oh wait, these are the Tanobi ruins. What was the name of that small cave that we were in then? Oh well, either way, the strength puzzle there, yeah, it opened up these chambers. For instance, here's the Dilford chamber, which, oops. See, that's what it looks like, all broken down and stuff. And we have a whole bunch of dots. But it doesn't mean Braille for once. However, in all of these chambers, there are like 7 of them or something like that, you can find different unknowns. And there are 3 to 4 letters per, chamber. And they have 1 unknown for every single letter, so that's 26, plus an exclamation mark and a question mark, so that's a total of 28 different unknowns. So if you want to catch all of them, you're going to need to explore all of these chambers and just kind of look to see. See, this entire horizontal section is all Tanobi ruins. And I'm going to go head over to where it says Tanobi Chambers, because I'm curious as to why that one's marked specifically. So let's go figure it out. But Unknown is honestly a really bad Pokemon. It can only learn Hidden Power, which is a different type based on its IVs, which are invisible numbers that you can't see, that basically determine how good your Pokemon's stat's going to be. The higher the number, the higher the stat, basically. But you can't see it, so it's really a guessing game, and it's a guessing game to try to figure out what Hidden Power your Unknown has. And even so, its stats are kind of abysmal. And the fact that it can only learn that Hidden Power, it is just not that great of a Pokemon. But still, Unknown is really neat otherwise, like design and how there's 1 for each letter and whatnot. So I like them for their design-wise, but not at all battle-wise. I used to think that Unknown was a legendary Pokemon, mainly because of that one Pokemon movie with the girl in the Entei who was her father or whatever. And the Unknown were like a big part of that as well, but oh well. Yeah, nothing really special about that Tanobi chamber otherwise, so just skipping out on that. I thought it was special because it was marked on the map. I have no idea why it was unless I just missed something, but otherwise, we are finally going to head 5 Island and get my Sapphire back. Okay. and as well as explore the rest of this place. In fact, we're probably going to explore the rest of this place first. Aha! So maybe we probably aren't going to get my sapphire back yet. Okay, nope. You aren't catching any fish? Well, just put your rod to your select, like register that, and then you can go see and catch Pokemon and whatnot. Okay, so we have an upper section and a lower section to this place. Okay. So we're going to be exploring the upper section first. The Rocket Warehouse is actually in the lower section. So there you go. Yeah, but of course we have some more water, the Water Labyrinth, which is very short and not very labyrinthy, but now we're at Resort Gorgeous, which sounds amazing. Or maybe not, because there are a lot of painters here, and they have Smeargle. Smeargle is another very odd Pokemon. It's really bad and yet really good, depending on what you give it. Every 11 levels, it will learn the same move called Sketch, and you can use Sketch to copy any move that a Pokemon may use on your Smeargle. For instance, if an opponent's, I don't know, like Hoppip uses Leech Seed on your Smeargle and then you use Sketch, Smeargle will then be able to use Leech Seed until the end of time, or you delete a move over it. So, with all these trainers, you kind of have to get lucky to get the right moves on it and hope that they use the right moves and whatnot. Or just constantly restart or something. As well as Smeargle, both of Smeargle's attack stats are very, very low. They are both a base 50, so not that great, along with it also being only a normal type, and so a lot of the moves that you're probably going to give it won't have stab. It's not the best. However, it is very, very good for auxiliary type stuff, and Dugtrio is still asleep. See, this one knows Dynamic Punch and Mega Punch. I think it just knows a whole bunch of punch moves, to be quite honest. But yeah, Smeargle kind of frail, other than the fact that you can like give it Spore and Substitute, and then some ridiculous like power-up move, and then Baton Pass. So yeah, that's basically what people do with Smeargle, but not really ever going to use one in the main game, that's for sure. Okay, and this guy has not Smeargles, because he's not a painter. Now this area, I actually forgot about the Lost Cave, which it's a very small cave in which it's kind of like the dotted hole where there are 4 exits that you can go per floor. And I think you have to go to the one that has the most rocks by it, or the least rocks by it, or something. I don't know, I haven't done it in forever. But I completely forgot about it, and once you complete it, you get the girl, you save the girl who actually owns the only house here, because she's missing or whatever, and you can also get some items there. And then the girl, she will ask to see certain Pokemon, and then she'll give you, I don't really know what, berries, or just some lame item, I'm pretty sure. So it's really not that bad that I forgot about it, although I wish that I had remembered about it, just because I wanted to show everything. But, the Lost Cave, really not that big of a deal, I think. There's really nothing of too much interest there, although you can find the Lax Incense and the Sea Incense there, which you can use to breed. I forget what you get for the Lax Incense, but for the Sea Incense, if you give it to a Marill and you breed it, you will get an Azurill. Actually, I have a list here. Let me see if I can quickly find it before the video runs out. Just real quickly. I am not seeing it. Maybe it's... Well, it's some other baby Pokemon that was introduced in the 3rd gen. I know that much, but I can't seem to find which one it is exactly. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Okay. One last look through. So much professionality, by the way. Nope. Can't find it. Alright, well, you can use it to evolve something. Or to breed something, I'm sure. I just can't remember at the moment. This guy will give you a Togepi if you have 5 Pokemon or less in your party, and the Pokemon in front has max happiness. But I don't have any spots in my party, and I really don't want a Togepi, but it's there if you want it. And then here we have this breeder girl, and she's last trainer here. But other than Lost Cave and the Rocket Warehouse, which we'll do in the next part, that's pretty much it for 5 Island. I mean, it's really not that big. I honestly think that 6 Island is probably the biggest, and has the most to do, mainly because of those unknown chambers. Or that one island with the dotted hole, whichever one that is. I think it's 4. Well, either way, that is pretty much the end of this part. So in the next part, we will go and get my Sapphire back from Team Rocket finally. And I will see you all then. Goodbye.